There's so many great stories to tell, and every bit of inspiration that we have really comes from something that came before. And it doesn't mean that we need to cook traditional dishes only and that it needs to be following a specific set of rules. Break the rules for sure, but know that it came from a place and respect that place. I'm Nick Anderer from Anton's restaurant in New York City, and we're about to make one of my all-time favorite pastas. This one we call Bucatini Baczynsky, but it's a take on a very classic, originally a Roman-style dish called a matriciana. It's kind of like our New York riff through the lens of a Ukrainian butcher. So it gets its name from a great East Village meat market that's been around for a long, long time, and they make some of the most delicious pork products I've ever had. This is what you're gonna get inside of those kits. We have this beautiful Bucatini pasta that we sourced through a great guy by the name of Massimo Mancini. And he's in central Italy and has devoted his entire life to perfecting the art of making dry extruded pastas. Bucatini pasta itself is one of my favorites. It's like a fat spaghetti with a hole running down the middle. It pairs really nice with robust sauces like this spicy tomato sauce here, which is super simple, but it already has a nice little kick to it. Caramelized, pepper-glazed red onions, beautiful Baczynsky bacon, and it has been rendered down, so we cook these until they get nice and brown and crispy. This is our cheese blend. It's a mixture of pecorino Romano cheese, the salty, pungent one, and then Grana Padano, so a really beautiful balanced cheese. Anton's is a nostalgic New York City restaurant that has a lot of influences from old European cuisine and from my own family's recipe books. It feels great to be in a setting where I'm able to sort of bring together that melting pot of influences, the food that my mom's taught me, the food that has inspired me in New York City, the Italian food that I learned in Rome, but all seen through the lens of a downtown New York City landmarked corner. It really inspires the way we think about both the menu and the way that the restaurant looks. Most chefs don't necessarily go home and eat the same things that they're making at the restaurant, but this is one of those super craveable things that I do eat a lot at home. Let's get this pasta in the water, because this pasta is gonna take a little bit longer to cook. It's about an 8-minute cook time on this. We're gonna take the bacon first, because this is kind of the vehicle that's gonna carry all of the flavor of this sauce. In goes the caramelized onion. And that's a beautiful thing, how you hear that sizzle. All of that pepper that's on those onions is now sizzling in the bacon fat and giving all of its good floral essence and even its heat back to the sauce. So in this goes. Now we have that beautiful red sauce absorbing and emulsifying with all of that bacon, the caramelized onion. So now it's just gonna simmer together and get really happy and wait for these noodles to come hit the sauce. Here we go. Look at these noodles. These are just like muscular noodles. They really can stand up to a beautiful, spicy, salty, smoky sauce like this. We want to cover it with a nice showering of this cheese, and don't be shy. Many of these people that are ordering on Goldbelly have never been to Anton's, maybe never been to New York City. So we just try to do our best to represent both what Anton's is and also what New York City is, because I think these are iconic New York City dishes. Look at that noodle. See, it's kind of unruly. Probably gonna get some on my apron. That's the stuff right there.